All right, here we are in the car, about to go to Mount Diablo. We got myself, Bryce.
What up?
Kevin.
Over here.
Kevin's also filming. He's doing his thing.
Go.
We got Brandon. And then, what was your name again, bud?
Jesse.
Jesse, yes, all right.
Yeah, cool, yeah, Jesse, yeah. Anyways, you just did Mike's introduction.
All right, we're getting on our way to the trailhead. So I just found out, first off, Mount Diablo means
the Devil's Mountain.
The Devil's Mountain, like what? So we're gonna try. Didn't see that coming at all. We're gonna try and find. It's
pronounced Diablo.
Try and find this devil. And if not, we're also hiking to Rock City. Yes, which is like all of my favorite things about a city ever. hoping we'll see some rocks. Yeah. It is a nice rock, Brandon. Where are we again? What campsite?
Live Oak Camp.
Live Oak campsite. But we're on the trail, on the hunt for Rock City. Check it out. I've heard tell of a city made of rocks. A city made out of gold. That's El Dorado. That's slightly different. Oh. But I'm seeing a lot of rocks, so I think we're on the right way. Okay. That's how I get to the top. That way.
4 more miles.
However, Rock City's that way. Okay. We can come to Rock City on the way back. If I do that.
Oh man. But Brandon. But Brandon.
Yeah, I see.
Brandon.
Rock City.
We should do rock, paper, scissors, and then like rock will beat everything.
I'll say we have plenty of time. Let's go to Rock City.
Okay. Yes! We're going to Rock City! Right, this is Rock City, right? We made it, right? Right?
Rock Township, more like.
Right?
Hug a rock, Michael.
Right? This is it? This isn't it, is it?
More of a boulder.
Crap. It's not just a boulder, Kevin. It's a rock.
You know what?
Michael, you're acting bolder than I've ever seen you act before.
What? What's up, guys?
Fun though, in the moment.
What are you staring at? Whoa! Look at this!
Rock Talk. Rockin' Out. I like Rockin' Out. That's a good name for a segment.
Yeah, so this is all sandstone. We had a cool spire of sandstone over here too. Bam, 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 Rock City. Bam, 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 Rock City. Yeah. So all this is sandstone, and you can kind of tell it gets really well rounded. You can see that spire over there. All these rocks all get really rounded by the wind and the rain because it's really weak. It's a relatively weak rock, and it really lends itself well to being carved like this. It really, though, kind of makes the rock look ugly when it's just all marked up and all scarred. So do the rock a favor, man. Don't leave your mark. For lack of a better pun. So that way out there, way out there. That's the summit. That's where we're trying to go. we're pretty far. This is gonna be a while.
Bryce, you want any of this humus? Yes, please.
So check this out. We've got cool little features in the sandstone that are starting to pop up. You've got these little lines, these little stripes in the rock here, you can see. And it would appear to be little stress fractures that have formed in the sandstone. So this rock has been pressed, has been squeezed a lot, and part of it, these little contacts here, have probably solidified a little bit due to pressure, and the silica in the rock has started to form little veins here of post-formation minerals. Check that out. That's really cool, and it's telling us that these rocks have been subjected to a lot of pressure, a lot of alternating forces since it was deposited. Pretty cool. These holes are called the wind caves, are formed from irregularities in the sandstone, weaker parts that when are exposed to rainwater, they naturally degrade. It's because the sandstone, parts of the sandstone have pockets that have more calcium carbonate in it, and it gets eroded by the acid present in rainwater, mildly acidic, and it forms these really cool caves. Look at that. Really cool. Remember, always pick up trash. Or it's better to just not lose it in the first place, but accidents happen, that's okay. If you see it, pick it up. What did we find down here? Whoa, look at this. Whoa, it's a piece of sandstone with a bunch of little fossils in it. These little curly fossils are very common. They're gastropods related to snails, and they're oceanic fossils. So this is a sandstone that formed in the ocean. It confirms pretty closely to the Greywacke sandstone. I think it might be a separate age. It's going to be a different age than the Greywacke sandstone in the Marin Headlands in San Francisco. But this is definitely an oceanic rock, confirmed with these fossils. So that's really cool.
You gotta touch the rock. You gotta feel the rock.
You gotta feel the rock. So we found those fossils. Turns out, thanks to this handy little sign here, it's called a Turritella, is what it's actually called. And as you can see, it is related to snails.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool.
Like, how many ancestors?
Hey, chicken. We're here at the KT boundary. It's called the Cretaceous Tertiary boundary, which is the boundary between the Cretaceous era and the Tertiary, which is the line right which dinosaurs are no longer alive. So on this end, there are no dinosaurs. But over here, you got dinosaurs. No dinosaurs, they all died. Dinosaurs over here, no dinosaurs. It's as simple as that. Check this out. You may recognize this. This is the oceanic Radiolaran Chert from the Marin Headlands video as well. So we just saw a bit of the Greywacke sandstone I was talking about, the oceanic sandstone, and this is deeper ocean sedimentary rock called chert. It's a silicate rock formed by the micro skeletons, the skeletons of tiny little microorganisms called radiolarans that rain down in the ocean and slowly compact together. The cool part is that it forms parallel to the ground, to the surface, but you can see these layers have been pushed and have been deformed, and so it starts to kind of to kind of curve and has been, in some cases, almost tilted perpendicular to the surface. It's pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the faulting in the area, the San Andreas fault. There's another big fault that kind of runs through this area that actually created Mount Diablo. Let's push all it up. Have you got this your hike?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I lied. The previous sandstone down there is not the Greywacke sandstone.
Michael, you ignorant slut.
I was mistaken. And I apologize. This is the Greywacke sandstone, because the Greywacke is, I think, Jurassic in age. The Radiolaran Chert's Cretaceous in age, and that other sandstone was Tertiary in age. So it's a completely separate sandstone that is formed by an inland sea that was deposited very close by. This is Greywacke sandstone. The other one was a totally different sandstone. It just happened to be gray. A little wacky. It just forms those wacky wind caves. It's cool.
Really, it was just a wacky gray sandstone.
Just a wacky gray sandstone, not a Greywacke sandstone. All right, I think we're almost there. Oh hey, yeah, we made it. Awesome, let's check it out. Whoops. So we made it to the top. Dizzy top of Mount Dizzy Diablo. Mount Diablo.
This video Diablos.
Boo. So we got to the top. And I think I talked a little bit about the faulting in the area. That this is the eastern part of the San Francisco Bay Area, the easternmost section here, and the entire Bay Area is crisscrossed north and south by the San Andreas fault system, the San Andreas fault line, which is a transformed fault. It's a transformed fault. So instead of one side being pushed under the other or over the other, it's more of a frictional system, and both sides just kind of slide past each other. Mount Diablo can't be formed by those kinds of faults. Those kind of faults aren't known for forming mountains. There's actually a hidden fault in the system. It's called a thrust fault, where it pushes at a very low angle underground and pushes the rocks up and forms a mountain like that. It's like the Tetons. We're talking about the Tetons actually. Are those in Wyoming or Montana? Wyoming.
South
Okay.
of Yellowstone.
South of Yellowstone. Those were formed by a large thrust fault that actually cut an entire section of mountains, carried the Tetons out in the middle of nowhere, and dropped them off. So that's actually how those formed. And it's the same kind of fault that formed Mount Diablo here. It's pretty cool, pretty crazy. I got to see a couple rocks today. Got to see the wind cave sandstone. I need to find out the actual name of that sandstone. We got to see the Radiolaran Chert again, and the Greywacke sandstone. Messed around with the Cretaceous Tertiary boundary, and we got to see just a lot of cool geology and nature out here in Rock City. If you need me, I'll be in Rock City.
Only for
All right, we have finished the hike. We made it down El Diablo Montagne, and now we're really tired. I think we're gonna go get some food. So check y'all's later. Despite its name, I haven't found any devils on this mountain so far. I don't know. Quite a good up. I'm gonna come back at night.
Candles, street chalk, moving pentagram.
This guy knows what he's talking about. Find those devils. The rascal.